Welcome back to another episode of the Long Gone Luther Rock Show's Waterfront Wednesdays. Today we're going to talk about what I believe is one of the most beautiful songs that was ever recorded in the Waterfront catalogue. I'm talking about Daydreaming by the Hellmenn. So, Daydreaming by the Hellmenn. Where do you start with this song? This song is incredible. I love this song. The first moment I heard it, I was immediately blown away. Released in 1989, Damp 116 is indeed the Blubber Soul EP by the Hellmenn. I love that, the Beatles parody, Blubber Soul. So good. And on the B side, when you have a look there, look at that, you can see their face there. Ooh. Anyway, before we talk about Daydreaming the song, let's have a look at the insert. On this side, you've got this. I used to have a t-shirt that had this artwork on it. I swapped it with someone while I was in Hawaii because he had on a nuclear assault Japanese tour shirt called Assault in Japan. And that shirt, I've still got it and still wear it to this day. I asked him where he got the shirt from, and he said that he found it. He went to the show in Japan. He was a Japanese tourist. And I was like, oh, wow, that looks so cool, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, wait a minute. He walked off and he came back and he had a Gamma Ray t-shirt on and gave me the shirt, the nuclear assault shirt, as a present. And so I just stood there like dumbfounded, like, what? And I'm inside of this big department store type thing. And I'm like, I can't, I'm not getting naked here to take off a t-shirt and, around all these people. We swapped the details or whatever. I wonder where that guy is now. Anyway, he disappeared, said goodbye and then walked off. Now, when we left, we saw him and we were in a side street, we saw him and I quickly ran after him and I said, hey man, here. And I took off my t-shirt in the street and gave it to him, my Hellmenn t-shirt. And he was so thankful. And I hope to this day he still wears that shirt, just like to this day I still wear the nuclear assault shirt. Anyway, here are the lyrics to the song Daydreaming. Now, these lyrics are actually a poem that was written by a guy called Richard Wolfe. And I believe it was Spiff's friend, really close friend. And it's a poem, and it sounds like it's a really, really sad poem, but the lyrics are wonderful. Like, they really are. Yeah. I'm not sure what happened with Richard, but obviously it touched the band enough that they wrote this song in tribute to him. But yeah, it's an incredible piece of work. Like, Daydreaming is just such a wonderful piece of work, and to this day I still think that song just blows my mind. I used to put it on mixtapes for everybody because I felt that they needed to hear it. I used to play it on my radio show all the time, way back, even when I was in school. I used to play it on my school radio show. The Trip on the B-side, another great song. I even have this promo piece of paper that was inserted into the record there that actually says, I'll read this to you. It's here, but I'll read it to you because it's kind of cool that I have one of these one sheets, like inside one of these records. So it says here, the Blubber Soul EP, Herbal Lunatics, Bastard Sons, Daydreamers. What's it all about? 1989. The year the Hellmenn make an unintentional progression into the world of pop. What? We hear you scream. Yes, that's right. A new single titled Daydreaming with The Trip, in which the Hellmenn display another side to their musical creativity, one that is destined to raise eyebrows. In fact, preconceived notions of this band's style will be shattered upon listening to this single. Mine weren't at all. I was amazed when I heard this record. Like, I knew, obviously, Sluggo and all this screamy, noisy, full-on grungy stuff. But then hearing this, I was just like, holy shit. Like, Ben really uses his voice in such a good way because the guy has a great voice. And it really shows on this record. The single was once again engineered by John Haresk, who, as I've say on this show time and time again, is easily the greatest sound engineer for records in Australian music history. Like, for me, like personally, I love the sound he got on records. While it wasn't recorded at Sound Barrier, this was produced by Rob Younger, believe it or not, of Radio Birdman fame, and recorded at Sun Studios, not Memphis Sun Studios that I'm aware of, probably one in Sydney somewhere, and then remixed at a place called Sussex Studios. So there we go. I'm sure not in Sussex. This was in Sydney. But it says here, having spent most of their past studio time producing their own works, this time the Hellmenn enlisted the services of one Rob Younger, a move which is evident in the results. I did talk to the band about Rob Younger's contribution to this recording, and you'll hear that, or read about it, I should say, when the book comes out, because they talk about it in length, this whole single. It says here, written in a manner more emotive than previous compositions, the title track Daydreaming is actually a tribute to a departed friend, with the lyrics originally being a poem and now incorporated with this song in memory of this friend. The B-side, The Trip, sees the band rocking in time to a catchy melody, being a consistent live favourite. As with all Hellmenn releases, emphasis is placed on theme, and no doubt all will be familiar with the cover artwork and title being the Blubber Soul EP, a deliberate choice appropriate to this release. Hell hippies they may be, although with this new single, the Hellmenn should once again bemuse and astonish. After all, it has been said that variety is the spice of life. So there you go. There is the one sheet. Here is the labels. Blubber Soul is such a good EP. It really is. And if you've never heard it before, track it down, buy yourself a copy. Both songs are incredible. While Daydreaming is the ballad-esque song of the record, The Trip is just a straight up rocker, and you know, it's what they do best. But it was nice to see and hear a softer side to the Hellmenn. Obviously we had songs like Tomorrow, you know, but it's still different, if you know what I mean. Like when you hear this song is just something else. In fact, we're going to listen to it now. So thank you so much for watching another episode of the Long Gone Loser Rock Show's Waterfront Wednesdays. I'll be back again next week with another release. But in the meantime, look after yourselves, take care of each other. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Drains